to do is convince others about the value of creativity. So how do you do that? What would your advice be?
Here's the way that I did it in my photography industry. I did shit that everybody else told me wasn't going to be valuable. I didn't spend time putting together a portfolio. I spent time bringing guys like Macklemore together, Pearl Jam together, serving them dinner, filming it, and putting it out in the world. And you know what? I got all the fucking work.
Okay.
So the way I showed how creative I was by doing it. I'm not going to be in there saying, no, I'm more creative than you. No, you're more creative than me. No, the only way you can demonstrate creativity is by actually doing stuff that blows people's minds. You know that because that's what your art directors and creative directors are looking for. They're not looking for who's the guy that can actually take a picture of a guy in a white t-shirt. They're saying who can blow minds. And so in order to decide that you're going to blow some minds, you have to go to work. And when you go to work, your work is going to speak for itself. Being able to speak about why you're doing what you're doing, absolutely essential. I'm not saying just put back and go, yeah. You have to be able to articulate. Well, here's what I was thinking, but to do so in a positive manner with a smile on your face, say, oh, they're like, dude, how did you have, you're a photographer, how did you have that idea? It's like, oh, I just put together a bunch of things that I loved and was passionate about. Food, music, art, some of my friends got together, had dinner, did a bunch of a series of dinner events, and like that video, I've got 50 others like it, and that got me millions of dollars worth of work.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
You should go to Costa Rica. Let us know.
I've been. It's awesome, but I'd like to go back. So I'm serious. The best way to convince them is by doing something. And I didn't do that stuff. That wasn't like I got a commission first. That was I did it out of my own pocket and showed them. And you know the next campaign that looked a lot like that? It was a little company called Apple.
Wow.
That's what launched their Aperture photo software. Is we did the exact same thing. We did songs for eating and drinking. We had mud honey play. We had 10 like mind blower bands play, and they loved it. And you know what they did? They did nothing. They got the hell out of the way. They wrote me a check. And they said, "What you're doing is awesome.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Do the work.
Thank
Pleasure.
you very much.
Pleasure."